Hello, I'm Echo Menges. I am standing outside the east door of the Knox County Courthouse. I'm just going to go in for a Knox County Commission meeting and live stream that. And I'm also going to live stream the process of getting into the courthouse and just kind of try to show what I'm doing and what the commission and other officials are doing to social distance, and that's what they're going to be talking about this morning, social distancing with Lori from the Knox County Health Department. And so let me just take a step back here and show you what I have in my pocket. So I've just got this standard kind of hospital type mask that you would put on when you go to the clinic, and I'm not putting this on because I'm worried about breathing anything in from these guys here in the courthouse. I'm putting this on because I am I moved through the community from a pretty far distance lately, but just to be safe. This is not supposed to be effective as far as getting the virus, but it is supposed to be effective in case, for example, I would be a carrier not showing symptoms. This should be effective to and let me fix my, hopefully that signal will be better. So anyways, I'm going to wear this, and then also in my pocket I have a bottle of hand sanitizer. Let's see if I can, this, and then also just to be extra safe before going in and being around the commission and other people. I'm gonna go ahead and take my temperature. And I'll walk over while I'm doing this. So 97 degrees, that's seems like it's actually kind of low, but it is a little bit chilly out here. Hold on a sec. And then another thing I have in my pocket, which is interesting because it came in kind of like a Christmas pack that the commission was giving out, is a tape measure to see just how far we're going to be from each other. So let me get all my, I'm going to go ahead and turn this around so you won't see me anymore. You're just going to kind of see with the process of it.
I'll need you to sign in.
Good morning.
Good morning. Right inside, I'll have you sign in. And there's hand sanitizer right there, too. I started it for you.
Okay, I'll get it. So basically I'm signing that I have not traveled to a foreign country in 14 days. I've not had close contact with anyone who's traveled to a foreign country in the last 14 days. Oh. I've not been asked to self-quarantine by any health person. Not been diagnosed with COVID. And I've not had unexplained fever, cough, or shortness of breath. what I'm having to do here is I'm having to put my address, the date that I'm here, I'm gonna have to, I signed it, and then the city that I live in, and my phone number. Touched all this stuff. Okay. Thank you. Hey Brenda, we're live just in case.
You're what?
We're live right now. Hi Brenda, there's Brenda. Going live into the commissioner's office trying to. Hey guys.
Hey, morning.
Good morning.
Alright. Echo joined us.
Morning, Echo.
Good morning. Good morning, Mason.
Get these four checks signed here real quick, and we'll get started.
I'm getting my tape measure out. I just want to show how hard this is, you know. Can somebody hold this?
One right behind
Okay.
you. That's 6 feet.
The base of my tripod is now 6 feet from Mason. I'm too close to people. I gotta get somewhere else. I don't know if it's possible for people to spread out that far in this room. Okay.
Suppose we'll start off with you guys, if you wanna give us, give an update on kind of where we're at and.
Great. This is Mason Alley, my planner, and he's gonna give you the numbers.
So, we did just cross 1 million caseload globally, 50,000 deaths. In the nation, I believe it just read about half an hour ago, we've crossed into over 5,000 deaths now. Of those, at least 1,200 alone are attributed just to New York City. Caseload in the United States has crossed over 245,000. However, within the next few hours, by the end of the day, it's completely possible that it would also pass 250,000 total cases. In the state, most recent update we've been given is approximately 1,850 cases and 21 deaths. Currently in Knox County, we still have 0 cases, 0 fatalities according with that. However, some of our neighboring counties, such as Adair County, is looking at 5 active cases currently. Macon has 2. Randolph is now reporting 5 or 6 to my knowledge. And Clark County has 1 case. So it is kind of a little bit at our back door, and really what we're kind of planning for now also is a surge in cases and fatalities, not only at the state but national level as well. According to Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation, we're looking at approximately 48 days before we could actually see a peak in the state. And it should be noted that just because we hit a peak doesn't mean we're going to see declining cases out of nowhere. So typically what that'll just say is the amount of new cases recorded each and every day will actually be decreasing. But with the average time for symptom onset until fatality occurs within a case is about 11 to 13 days. That's where we're seeing a lot of our state and national agencies kind of preparing for a medical surge in the future.
Any questions about numbers?
Sounds like they're growing.
So then I would tell you that we've had a couple of weeks of the social distancing order. I think we're doing fairly well with it. We've had a few check-ins that just kind of to educate and make sure things are going the way they should. I think we've split up some kids that are walking just a little too close together, or gathering just a little too close together, but I think it's going well. complaints have slowed down. I think people are realizing now what it means and settling into the new normal. The one thing that I have focused on the last week is getting our snowbirds home safely. I tell everybody this is the time of year when some of my favorite people return. And I really just want to make sure friends and neighbors are getting them kind of stocked up and ready to come back. And somebody said, well, does that apply to people that are coming back from southern Missouri? It absolutely does. They need to come home, settle in, and get 14 days of monitoring in, and then go about their business like the rest of the county is, and we all know that's a different way of living right now. My other thing that I've been concerned about is just educating the incomers about what our current situation is. I put out some messages to local hunters. I did receive a call yesterday from a hunting and fishing guide group out of Kansas City, Missouri. The woman wanted to talk to me about what our current situation was here. She said that she had hunters slated for several areas across the state that were wanting to come in with youth turkey season and fishing. And what I told her is that we currently have no laws that prohibit that. However, she needed to get online, and we actually looked at it together. There are some stay-at-home, about 40 counties across the state have stay-at-home orders. So if you are under a stay-at-home order where you are, you should stay at home. So we don't want to encourage that. We're not encouraging people to do that. We need to encourage them, just like we expect those counties to support our public health efforts. We need to support their efforts to govern their people. And so we're kind of trying to spread that message. We're trying to get the maps out there of where the stay-at-home counties are. And then educate people, because we have landowners that own property in two places, that when they get here, that our grocery store has pickup, that our restaurants are on curbside, and the need to stay within their own little pod. Call your party, your immediate household, and take care of business that way. So we're still going about the business of educating, just trying to ward off every avenue that we can think of that would be something that could be, an entry for the disease or spread of disease here in Knox County. Your health, as far as the health department goes, I should tell you that we're to the point with information. I think I told everybody early on that I felt like we were a little bit behind the pace of our metro counterparts and the nation. I've decided as of next week, I have 8 employees. I have asked all of the I don't want to call them unnecessary, because all my employees are necessary, but the partners that can do their jobs from home if they're on contract from another county, they will be probably staying in those counties. They can do a lot of the stuff from phone. The contractors for our home health program, our physical therapists, our occupational therapists, they're mandated when we have people on service to go ahead and make those visits. We are educating our home clients about what that means and the precautions we're taking. But then as far as my internal 8, I'm splitting them into 2 teams, and we'll stay open the same hours we've been open, but we'll have an A team and a B team, and our paths won't cross. We'll do a thorough cleanup at the end of the day on the last shift, and then we'll do it again at the second shift, and we'll start all over. And I'm really doing that as a mechanism to avoid common exposure and having to quarantine or seeing all of my people go out at once. We don't have a lot to work with in the first place, so it's just a step that we can take. And I think the public should probably see that as a sign that I'm at the point where I'm paying attention and I know it's here. We should not think that because we don't have a positive case that we don't have coronavirus in our area. We don't have testing in our area, and the benefits of being out here in rural Missouri, which is we can social distance all day long and still be in our yards, is that we also don't have a lot of healthcare access or, ability to go test. So keep doing social distancing, and I think I want to entertain your questions today, but know that we don't think by any means that we're ready to stop. I think we're going to see the heat of things fairly shortly, and we need to be on top of it.
I agree. So with that, in our social
2 weeks and revisit 2 Fridays from today. And Evan, I'd also talked to the people a little bit about why I recommend 2 weeks. We saw last night on the news, we saw a district take a pretty, large step. I still am of the belief that small steps allow for hopes that we could have change. If all these mitigating things that we do help us, I think it keeps everybody on pace and working towards a better, situation. So I think if we address this more frequently than just month closures and 2-month closures, that's the way I'd like to go about it for now.
Well, it gives you the flexibility to change as the situation changes.
It could change tomorrow, but right now I would say extend what we're doing 2 more weeks.
At this point, you think we're good with where we're at as far as the order then?
So, like you guys, we're hearing a lot about stay-at-home orders. The governor has not declared one yet. I am telling everybody in Knox County that they don't need an order from you all to stay home. If you can stay home, you should stay home. That doesn't mean in your house. You can get out, but stay away from non-immediate households. That's the one thing I don't know how I get kids, parents, young adults, even older people to realize that when we say 6 foot, we mean 6 foot. And really, if you can avoid immediate household mingling, you're going to be better. That's the best alternative. And we tried to define our at-risk population the other day. I encourage people to go to our Facebook social media page because that's where we seem to get the most traffic. But our at-risk people, who are the ones defined as over 65 or those with a chronic condition like diabetes, heart disease, COPD, cancer, immunosuppressive drugs, I could go on and on. I said, the person who takes everything every time it comes around, you know who you are. Those people should stay home, and they should avoid other people. There's no reason not to do that. And it's good for the community because we're protecting an already scarce healthcare resource. So be responsible to your community. Let's protect the limited healthcare resources that we have here. And stay home without me ordering it or you ordering it or whatever. I think people can do that on their own, and I encourage them to do it.
That's kind of my hope, that maybe by implementing this and everybody just participating and doing what they ought to be doing, we won't have to take such a drastic measure.
Right. Regulate yourself. Don't wait on us to regulate you.
Yeah.
You can take it. They can take it as far as they want to take it as private business owners or individuals. And what makes your family feel safest, you should be doing as long as you're adhering to the guidelines we have in place, which is no more than 10 in a social gathering. And even within that 10, you need to split out by 6 feet. So you can't cram 10 in a 4x4 room. I think Echo just showed us, it's hard to split out by 6 feet in here. Our restaurants and our businesses know that 10 includes workers and owners and people waiting in line for curbside pickup. I think we're seeing people go to this curbside idea. I think it's great. If you're stopping in cars, make sure you know that it doesn't mean you can stop 3 foot apart and talk window to window with somebody. That's still 3 feet. So back it up, spread it out. I drove around town the other night and I saw some grown people hanging over the end of a pickup bed, talking to each other. It is human nature, and we all have those habits, but just keep working on them. I think, we're seeing pretty good strides, so keep at it.
It is tough to remember.
It is.
Stay away from people.
It is. That and touching your face. I would tell people to count how many times they touch their face, because I'll say, I'm not going to touch my face, and then I catch myself
I'll
touching my
live
face.
stream later and see how many times I touched my face during
That's
this.
it.
Do you guys have any other questions, comments?
So this goes for 2 weeks. It's just an extension of what's already in place. And then you'll meet again in 2 weeks from today and decide if it's going to go further, that type, right?
Yeah, that's what's being recommended.
And if
Okay.
we have a change in circumstance, I'll contact the court.
Yeah, if the governor implements does implement a stay-at-home order, that'll change things, I assume.
Yes. Or if we had particular cases, I think we're gonna have to address positive cases, you know, each independently, because if we end up with a positive case in a congregate living setting or something like that, we'll just have to reconvene. But right now, as of today, at this time, I'm recommending.
Yeah, I mean, things could change over the weekend. Monday we come in, we could, you know, put something else into place.
Mhm.
But at this time setting, this is what we're going forward.
I would agree with that. And people in Knox County really are doing a good job of
Yeah.
adhering to the rule and even taking it, you know, that next step. We've seen non-essential businesses close. We see people trying to do the right things by people. So I don't see it as a necessary move for Knox County, Missouri today.
Echo, do you have anything else? Questions or?
No, I mean, basically, it's pretty straightforward, and, you know, a 2-week extension of what's already in place. The same practices that are, you know, across the board statewide.
And if you should stay home, stay home. Don't take it as a sign because it's not the order that you should. If you're high risk, stay home.
Maybe the 17th. I'll move that we extend, social distancing order number 20-3-23, extend it for 2 more weeks upon the recommendation of the county health officer.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We will get that put out and amended.
And then we talked before we started all this about the health department moving and our relocation. You guys have any questions about that? I think we were planning for a move the middle of July, but we're on track to finish up sooner. And I think we're gonna go ahead and make that move while things are a little bit more tailored down. So,
Building's nice, but
yeah,
really
it
good.
is.
Yeah, I'm excited to check it out once
Yes.
everything settles
We'll give
down.
you a tour when things settle down.
When we can pack more than 10 people in.
That's right.
Okay, I'm gonna skedaddle. If you guys do need anything else from me, is there anything you wanna tell the world right now?
Stay home.
Yeah.
Please stay home. Now's a great time to get out in the yard and do some gardening.
It is. Keep that distance from people and just, you know, let's keep protecting each other.
Do you guys wanna show how far 6 feet is?
We're not 6 feet apart. Yes, let's show it. Here, I'll take it to you. Mason and I can split up 6 feet. We're gonna have to get way far apart.
I believe they're doing another cruise tonight, too, aren't they?
Yes, the cruise is happening tonight, so remember, window to window talkers. It's this far. It's this far. Hang to the white lines on the edge. I guess we don't have those in town, but I'm a shoulder hanger when I drive anyway, so it's not a problem for me, but, you know, it's exciting to see. And, you know, people, I said last week when they did the car cruise that we've been in longer for a snowstorm, but
Oh,
people
yeah.
just seem so relieved to be out. It's the pressure that we're under that's making us do this.
Well, it's constantly on the news.
It's hard not to see each other. I didn't realize, because I see you guys all the time. You know what I mean? We're all always in each other's presence. And it's like, I even like got a little wild at the car cruise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was pretty like
A little of it is we're out.
really into it if you watch the car cruise video.
Of everybody around, and just kind of pepped everybody up a little bit, and it's good morale booster.
Sunroofs are better than car windows, the side windows.
So
And I saw signs last week, so I'm going to let my little guy make a sign. I thought signs were neat. And it makes you slow down enough. That's what I tried to tell my husband. Don't you remember cruising? I felt like we were just gunning it to get to the next person that we could see. Like, we got to go slow. So,
okay, do you wanna? Okay. Well, I'm gonna skedaddle. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Echo. Everybody be
We'll
safe.
talk. You too.
Can I go out any door I want?
This one. Somebody's yelling Echo down here.
We're still live. We're still live.
Audrey's looking for you.
Huh?
Audrey's looking for you.
I'll get her. I'll call her. I'll call you. I'll call you.
Still live?
Yep. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to turn it around so you can see me. Okay, so now for me, it's going to be a process of disinfecting my hands, my tape measure, my phone, my tripod, and, whoa, my glasses don't want to stay on with this mask, and get back to the office and try and do some work. So, if you're still watching or you tuned in at all, thank you so much. If you're watching the replay of this, thank you. You know, share it with as many people as you want. This is more of a posterity video as far as just to show what's happening right here and right now. It's not like everybody's not living through this, but I think things like this video could be something that we look back on in the future. So I'm Echo Menges for the Edina Sentinel and NemoNews.net. I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now. Thanks for watching.